You brought a great dress. Some really good lipstick.
Oh, thanks. I have a date this evening, so I was like, let's get ready.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm not sure how he'll feel about that if he sees this, but sure. Guys, wonderful to meet you. Wonderful film. And playing the iconic Banks kids all grown up. I think we do all essentially turn into our parents eventually, maybe if we don't want to. So did you look more at the adults when you were kind of looking for mannerisms into how you played Michael and Jane, or did you still kind of look at the kids in the old film, or did you just not look at it at all?
I think we both did look at the film, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
And I agree that it was more helpful to really think about the parents. And also I think that those performances are really quite wonderful by David Tomlinson and Glynis Johns in the first film. And I suppose because this new film sort of mirrors in some way the first one, the trajectory of the characters is closer to the trajectory of the parents in the first film. So it was sort of seeing what they did, how they negotiated the story. But I'm not very good with mannerisms, are you?
No,
You got it. No. You got it pretty well, in my opinion.
I think what we sort of realised. Well, I think it's only just begun to occur to me after the fact, but that yes, it was very intimidating taking on this thing that's so beloved, etc., etc., and the sort of how are you going to approach finding these characters and everything. But what we sort of underestimated was that movie, because it's so beloved and so beloved by us, by everybody, but was something that we'd seen our whole lives. It was part of our lives. By the time that we came to get given those parts, we really knew that movie inside out. We knew those characters and their parents and their childhood and the house they'd lived in, and it was in our blood and our bones and our souls. And so there wasn't really we didn't have worried in a way, because it was just sort of part of our DNA, kind of.
Did you guys have a go on the bike with the ladder at the back? Because if that was me, I'd be like, Lynn, take me for a spin. I want to go on. I want to go on that.
He bikes me off out of the scene, and at one point on that bicycle. Yeah, it was quite scary actually.
Is it?
He's very talented in many aspects, but I don't think he's sort of a genius in many areas, but I don't think he's going to win a Kennedy Award or whatever for bicycle riding. It was quite scary.
Not the best ride.
Perilous.
No.
Sounds weird.
It was perilous, but exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Would you say that you guys suffer from an excess of imagination? I know I definitely do. I'm probably away with the fairies most of the time.
Oh, God, me too. I'm such a daydreamer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. Yes. I imagined a lot of things. But I wish I had a more sort of Mary Poppins type of imagination. I go into sort of very weird holes of the mind. But yeah, I'm my aim, as it should be all of our aims, is to think more how Mary Poppins thinks, and to sort of find adventures in your bathtub.
Love an adventure in the bathtub. Well, when you were a kid, was there anything that you used to imagine came to life?
I used to think that I felt that my toys were all real, and I had terrible guilt about them, because I wouldn't play with them, often enough, and so I'd have to sort of hide them in cupboards because I couldn't bear their accusing stares. That was really bad. There were some toys dolls and things that I just ignored a lot, and then I couldn't face them. The guilt mounted up so much, so I was able to just put them in the cupboard.
Oh wow! Is that how you still deal with things like that? Just hide it.
Put it out of sight.
Just don't reply to that text message ever.
Ben, anything for you which you brought came to life?
I remember like there was stuff under my bed. I don't know what even that it was, but I think maybe it was something was stored under my bed, and I think I then imagined there were all sorts of things, like nasty things in there that in the night were coming to get me.
Yes, I had that.
And I remember really I would always wrap myself up in my duvet like a cocoon. Because I thought it was coming at me from under the bed.
In case someone stabbed you, they couldn't get a vital organ. I would lie there in that.
Okay.
would lie in a position so
So
that
you
they
could-
couldn't actually get sort of killed if someone really
Your
did
heart
attack
was-
me. Yes, protected.
You're safe, you've lived.
And then I would have a thing where I'd have to run back from the loo to the bed before the sound of the cistern stopped. Otherwise, something terrible would happen. I had to get into bed before the loo stopped whirring.
You two definitely do suffer from an excessive imagination, at least when you were younger anyway. Lovely to meat
And
you.
you.
Great job.
Have
with
a
this
great
one.
day.
Have a great date.
Thanks.
The stuff in the school at home goal.